Well, greetings for September 25th. Anyways, after our very soggy day yesterday, we got a nice day without a drop of rain today. Hence, we took advantage and started getting your orange stucco in the first stage of this process. Anyways, well, it's looking well much more colorful, that's for sure. Anyways, so that appearance down there has changed drastically this stretch. Anyway, so I'm going to do the typical walkthrough that we've been doing. So there our guard wall is done now. Well, next step here is to get some flooring in there, but finding and waiting for some staples for my flooring gun. Well, we've done up into the closets there, and the laundry is complete. Well, we have this here smoother top coat that has to go on, but really want to have some of the wiring much more advanced, which with any luck will be happening next week once I pick the wiring up from David. Anyways, they gotta put that little parapet wall in there for the handicapped. So yeah. Well, that's up in that closet is one of the few places that hasn't been stuccoed yet. And I think it may be the only place that, yeah, we got first cap. Well, you can see first coat has been in these two service closets. And we sprayed out a few gallons of finish today. I'm actually one of the, I don't know anybody else in this country that uses an airless, which basically means it's a hydraulic pump that runs at about 2,500, 3,000 psi to atomize paint products. Everybody wants to use spray guns, which are very slow, and the airless puts a lot nicer finish on and much faster. Like, cuts the spray down at least in half. Oh, and well, okay, now we can actually see maybe I should stand back and give you a shot, because your girl has been in hiding here for months. Oh, see, these are those lights that I said we've got there's 3 ground level lights over there, and these 3 in this wall here by the. Anyway, so not completely open, but giving you, except for that one. We had that one there because, of course, that's where we were doing a lot of our spraying there to stop the wind from blowing in, and water doesn't mix well with our wood, to put it mildly. Anyways, so moving inwards. Okay, so it says here we've got I think that's still first coat of stucco there yet. And of course we can't finish any of the tops off here because of course we have, they call them a tappet but it's an infill that goes in between the rafters to make that pocket that the rafter sits in. But we screw and mount the rafters into the wood top plate, and then these little pieces go in between each of those. That's what half of that pile of what some would call junk out there is where it ends up. So it is not junk, to put it mildly. Anyways, in this same this is still needs the second coat finish. And here, okay, and the same thing applies up there. That's all. Those little blocks get an infill, so there isn't. Well, you want that because you don't want. Well, certainly air movement for the air conditioning and sound to creep out into the hallway. So we have one there, and we do the same thing here, of course, to do all of that as soon as we, because next week we will be putting up rafters, get some of them up in place and waiting for the, there's about another 40% of our shipment has to come and be processed yet. Anyway, so first time we've had in months have had a carport as per se, but so we moved the tarp over here so that we had a good covered air with nice airflow going through here, because well, this stuff is well, we haven't got a smellometer on phones yet, but you know, when they're spraying this intense, and you know, like today we sprayed on like I think, 5 liquid wise 7.5 gallons today, because all this woodwork is going to take somewhere around 60 gallons of material. So anyways, that's well, the wrap for a little sitting here now. You know, we found that, you know, this time of year, you know, you seldomly ever see that ridge up there. Even on a sunny day, quite often it hangs in around that ridge and doesn't come down. Well, it's probably just that's how it is. Anyways, with that, folks, until tomorrow.